Let's just worry about it being good first. All right. She's here. Sounds good. I'm gonna call in. All right. Bye. Hello. Yeah. Can you make sure my mic is dead? So like when they start this stream up, that they can't hear me talk. All right. I'm getting a call from Brennan. 1 second. Hello. Yeah. I just asked them to kill the mic. All right. Cool. Hey. How long has the days have been for you? When'd you get here? Weren't you in court? When was that? And would you come in a little later tomorrow? Might be hot. So, it's really sad. So what are you doing? You know what you're doing? So this knob is going to be left and right. Um, this is up and down. Okay. Anything else? We got it. Push the button, check. Getting puffed up. Might be better. I meant to ask you to bring. It's my fault. Huh? I was gonna try to talk to the PIP, but Gael. As soon as I was getting ready to talk to her, she had to go work. Yeah. Yeah. You want it? Okay. It's for your right.
We're following breaking news out of Henderson County tonight. 2 people are dead after a plane crash in Murchison. Here's what we know. Sheriff Bodie Hillhouse says the crash happened near Echo Lake. According to Texas DPS, that call came in around 5:13 tonight, and both people on board were killed. Flight logs showed that plane took off from Nacogdoches about 4:38 p.m. The Texas Department of Public Safety and the FAA are now leading an investigation. That's where we find CBS19's Jimmy Searfoss, who joins us now live near the scene tonight. And Jimmy, what else can you tell us right now?
Well, Brennan, just behind me, to the left of me a little bit, is the plane that went down. Like we said, we got that call in around 5 o'clock today. Around it are some fire trucks blocking the view of it. We've seen them going to work there. I got here right around 8 o'clock. They've been working on that ever since. Obviously, they were here by the time I got here. Not a ton of details on what exactly happened and how this plane went down. Now, we do know it took off around Nacogdoches at around 4:38 p.m. That was when that crash was reported. Actually, we do know there's 2 people on board, and we do know 2 people had passed away. Guys, this is kind of a fluid situation here. I'm not entirely sure. Like we said, the details kind of scarce right now. We do know that plane actually is on some power lines. Now, the houses around me are dark. I can't confirm whether that is because the power is out from this crash. There are some linemen out here as well, but it's been fire, the usual people into something like this, people that come in to take care of wreckage and things like that. It's a very fluid situation. Like I said, we're working on getting some people to talk to, but it's out here in Murchison.
And Jimmy, I talked to one of the neighbors probably about 30 minutes ago who actually works in that area, and she said that the home that she was working in, she's actually an in-home nurse taking care of somebody there a few doors down from where this happened, and she said she could hear her home shake because of how powerful that crash was. Talk to me just about the scene and what you're seeing out there, just the amount of response out there from first responders.
No, yeah, there is a good amount of first responders. We have seen a few leave. We've seen the DPS, we've seen some sheriff's office people, some first responders. There's 2 to 3 fire trucks out here right now. They're just taking care of mostly wreckage. Outside of the plane is just the belongings that were inside of the plane. The houses around here, like I said, right now are pretty quiet. We're not seeing any activity or anything like that. People are staying in their homes. A few people popping out to take a peek at what happened here. The plane itself isn't anything super big, nothing more than a 2-passenger plane, 1 propeller, single engine plane. So nothing crazy on that end in terms of the size of the plane, but we do know that it went down around 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and Jimmy, our understanding too is FAA will be leading this investigation. Obviously, not sure if have they made it out to the scene yet, knowing that they are going to be the ones leading this investigation.
I personally haven't seen them. I have talked to some of the DPS people who were able to confirm the fatalities. I have talked to a few of the fire. Brownsboro, looks like a fire comes from Brownsboro, those fire engines there, and the linemen here. I have not seen any FAA people out here yet.
Yeah, you can just see the scene from behind you. Obviously, a huge first responder response. And also, like I mentioned just a bit ago about the woman who works just a few doors down from where that scene is at, where you're at right now. She was saying as soon as that plane hit, the power did go out. And so that's just from someone out there that just noticed the lights were on. And then as soon as she heard that crash, her lights went out, the power went out. So again, we're still waiting for that to be confirmed on how many power outages are out there. But it's certainly dark out there for you behind you.
No kidding, yeah, and this is a quiet area. The Echo Lake, where we're by right now, is a quiet fishing lake. The mailboxes around here are in the shape of bass, so this is obviously unusual for any night, but especially out here in Murchison over by Echo Lake. So we're working on getting more details as they do come out, but that's pretty much all we got right now.
Yeah, let's go and start from the top, Jimmy. For people who may be just joining us, we've been following breaking news since about 6:30 tonight out of Henderson County. We know that 2 people are confirmed dead after a plane crash in Murchison. Can you kind of walk us through exactly what we know at this time?
Yeah, we do know 2 people are dead. first responders got that call in about the crash around 5 o'clock. Now, we did track the plane. Looks like it took off from Nacogdoches, ended here by Echo Lake and Murchison. Like I said, quiet lake, quiet, part of town here. People are mostly fishing on this lake. It is a private property, and it looks like there's DPS out here. Some fire engines from Brownsboro, Murchison by Brownsboro. Also linemen here, so they're trying to make sure that the power is okay. The tail of the plane looks like it is on a power line. Some of these power lines do look like they are a little bit damaged in that crash. We have seen some people leave the scene at this point. We're just kind of sorting things out right now as things are developing. This is a developing scene out here, so we're just trying to make sure we get all the details straight, and investigators are trying to figure out what happened in this crash. I was talking to one of the DPS agents, and he said this is just very early in this investigation. It's going to take a while.
Yeah. Too, I guess, Jimmy, I'm not seeing any crime scene tape. I know every investigation's different. It seems like you're rather close to where that plane crash occurred.
No, it's there. It's there. I will say, when I first got here, these fire trucks were moved back a little bit as they went in and decided to start, organizing and taking care of wreckage and taking care of the bodies. They did move the fire trucks up to block this scene, to keep respect and everything like that, for the privacy of everyone involved. But there is the crime scene tape up there. All of the behind the fire truck, all of the belongings that were inside of that plane are organized, and suitcases and everything like that are on the ground within that tape right there.
All righty, Jimmy Searfoss is live in Henderson County for us tonight. As we've been telling you all night long, there is a 2-fatality plane crash that has occurred in Henderson County. We are still working to get more information on exactly what happened, where that pilot and passenger were from, and exactly, again, what happened. We'll be sure to follow this story. We'll hear more from Jimmy coming up tonight at 10. Thanks for joining us.